Hello, everyone.
So good morning to everyone. Thank you for taking your time to be with us on this webinar. We are here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, and we'll be glad to know more about you, your work, and hopefully you get interested in this program.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Fulbright Intellectual Property and Technology Transfer Program's info webinar. We are delighted to have all of you join us today. My name is Trang Nguyen, Senior Research and Planning Officer at Fulbright University, Vietnam. This webinar will consist of a presentation by Dr. Vladimir Mariano, followed by a Q&A session. Dr. Mariano is an esteemed expert in the field, and we are fortunate to have him share his insights with us. Before we begin, I would like to address a few technical issues. To ensure a smooth webinar experience, all participants will be muted. However, we encourage you to type your questions in the Q&A box at any time during the webinar. We will collect these questions and address them during the Q&A session. If we are unable to answer your question during this time, we will follow up with you via email. If you encounter any problems with the video and audio, we recommend leaving and rejoining the webinar. Please note that we are recording this webinar and will share it on our webpage later. By joining this webinar, you consent for Fulbright University Vietnam to retain your personal information in accordance with the privacy policy with respect to processing user personal data, which is in line with Vietnam Government Decree 13 in 2023 on personal data protection. Kindly visit our webpage with the link at the chat box. For any further queries, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at the program email, which I also put at the chat box right now. Vlad, the floor is yours.
Okay, good morning, everyone, from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, and welcome to this webinar, the first webinar for this program, the Fulbright Intellectual Property and Technology Transfer Program. So this is sponsored by the United States government, the U.S. Department of State, the OES, Oceans and Environmental and International Environmental and Scientific Affairs, and it is hosted under Fulbright University, Vietnam in Ho Chi Minh City. So let me introduce ourselves. I'm one of the principal investigators, and my name is Vladimir Mariano. Okay. I have 3 U.S. patents. So that is a nutshell of my experience in IP. And Trang Nguyen, one of the hosts today, she did a master's degree in intellectual property law, and she also spent more than 10 years with the Intellectual Property Office of Vietnam. So thank you for joining us. The goal of the program basically is to promote United States best practices in intellectual property and in technology transfer to deliver public benefit from productized academic research in the Indo-Pacific. So in many Indo-Pacific countries, a lot of the academic research stop at the university level when they are published in conferences and journals. But many of these researchers can be productized, and they can be made beneficial to the public through intellectual property and technology transfer. And this program is sponsored by the U.S. government because this intellectual property and patents in general is basically one of the pillars of the U.S. economy and one of the pillars also of the United States history. There will be 13 participating countries from the Indo-Pacific. So the Indo-Pacific is a big place. But for this program, for this 2-year program, there will only be 13 participating countries. So namely, the Maldives, Sri Lanka, India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Laos, Lao PDR, Thailand, Vietnam, where we are in right now, Cambodia, Papua New Guinea, and the Fiji. Okay, so these are the 13 countries who will be participating in this program. So some of the highlights of this program would be US visits. So the first US visit will be in July of this year, July 15 to 19, 2024. It will be in Louisville, Kentucky. And the second US visit will be next year, okay, around July 2, 2025. There will be 2 IP summits. The first is this coming December. The second will be in November next year. Okay. And one of them will be virtual and the other will be in person in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, here in Fulbright University. So we have not decided yet which one will be virtual and which one will be in person. There will be free online resources for intellectual property and technology transfer. So we will be giving you some regular updates during the webinars and through email on materials for IP and tech transfer. There will be free learning webinars every quarter. So every quarter we'll be hosting an online webinar, okay? Online webinar. And it's going to be free, and it's going to be not just for learning, but also for connecting with other researchers in the Indo-Pacific. And at the end of the program, there will be a certificate of participation signed by the Fulbright University Vietnam and the U.S. State Department OES. Okay. Now, this is in a nutshell. This is the skeleton of the program. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn. Okay, so this is the technology transfer cycle. Okay, so most of universities in Asia, the Indo-Pacific, they do a lot of research and development. People are excited by research. Okay, we're excited to create new things and hoping that this will be beneficial to the public. These are going to be used. These are going to be commercialized. And many researchers, they do great research. Okay? They develop new products. But then many of them end up just in the lab, in the university. And very few actually end up in being used for the public benefit. And so you have your journal articles, you have your conference publications, presentations internationally, high quality research. But many of them stop there. Okay. So in this program, we want to encourage everyone to go through this cycle of invention, evaluation, IP protection, marketing, licensing, product development, and ultimately being used in the public, so that we see our intellectual products being used by the public. Okay? And for this program, we have special interest in climate-based and environmental technologies. Okay, so those that would help mitigate the effects of climate change and environmental protection. Okay, so research and development. So many of us are here. I myself am a researcher. I'm in computer science, computer vision, and I'm into electronics as well. Okay, so as we journey through our research, okay, in a research journey, we come up with new inventions. So we invent something new. So, and we also think that this invention could be beneficial. It can make money, or this can benefit people. Okay, for example, if you want to clean the river, okay, and you have a new invention that is able to clean the mouth of the river, so everything coming out of the river becomes filtered out. So that invention, so this all is already simmering in your mind. Then this can be documented within your organization, within your university, through an invention disclosure document. And once you have that invention, you evaluate it within your organization. Okay. So whether is this patentable? Is there a market for this invention? So you evaluate that within your university. And then once you identified that invention and you feel that it should be patented, then that's where IP protection comes in. You apply for the patent within your country, and you can also apply for patents with other countries where you think you can sell or you can help the invention benefit other people. Okay. So patenting and intellectual property is not just about making money, but it's about delivering this invention to the public for them to benefit and to protect it from other parties, from other possibly dubious companies or companies, organizations in other countries who might steal your idea and patent it. Okay, that is not something you want to happen. Okay, you want to patent it so the idea becomes yours, and then later on, as you productize it, it becomes beneficial to the public. So once you have your patent, it's time to bring it to the market. Okay, so you can approach several companies to make a product out of it. And once you have identified these companies, then you can license out, okay, using a licensing agreement to have an agreement of how do you share revenue and what is the role of each party. And once it's licensed, the manufacturer can now develop the product. And once it's developed, then and it's out in the market, people can buy it, people can use it, and it can be distributed to those who need it. Okay, and then that's when the public benefits from it, and that's also where you can earn money. Okay, you can make money from this invention, and so the cycle continues. More money funds more research. So in a summary, this is the entire technology transfer cycle that we want everyone to learn, including us. So we're also learning how the details of these steps. Okay. So a big part of this program is the US visit. Okay. So we will send fellows to the US, okay, completely free, okay, in two cohorts. So there will be two batches who will be going to the US. For this US visits, for the first one, okay, this will be July 15 to 19 in Louisville, Kentucky. And for this visit, the participants will come from 6 countries, namely Bangladesh, Bhutan, Burma or Myanmar, Fiji, Sri Lanka, and Papua New Guinea. Okay. So this will be a 1-week learning experience. We'll be attending an event, and we're going to visit around 2 companies and 2 universities to complete this learning experience. There will be a second US visit, but we don't know yet where it's going to be. It is somewhere in the central United States. And for these participants, for this visit, this will be around July next year. The participants will be coming from 7 countries. the rest of the countries in the participating countries: Nepal, India, Maldives. Oh, Myanmar is here. Okay, I think there was a mistake. Okay, I should remove Burma there. Okay, sorry. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, there's something wrong. Okay, so this will be Nepal, India, Maldives, Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think there will be Cambodia. I think Cambodia should be here. Okay. Okay, let me fix that later. But essentially, there will be two cohorts, one this year and then one next year. Okay. So another highlight, okay. Okay, so let me go to the details of the US. Okay, so for the US visit, so if you're going to apply for the US visit, so the participant needs to satisfy J1 visa requirements for entering the US. And our part will be to provide um, the travel, the hotel, meals, and participation costs. Okay, so this will be all be covered by the program. Okay. There will be other details, but these are the essentials for now. Okay. So for the US visit, to become eligible, okay, these are the primary criteria for eligibility. So the applicant must be engaged in research that he or she intends to commercialize. Okay. So if you are a researcher in a university or a research manager, or you are a research faculty, and you feel that your research, okay, can be commercialized, can be converted to a product, okay, then you are definitely you're going to qualify, eligible for this, to participate in this program. The applicant must have a significant network of other researchers in his or her country who can be invited in the program or the IP summits. So we also want to invite other people to join the program. Of course, the slots for the US visit will be limited, but for the IP summit, we have more slots, and for the webinars, also for the free online resources, we have we can invite a lot of people for that. The applicant must participate in the following. Okay, so if you are selected for the US visit, then you should be helping build the curriculum and content for the IP summits. Okay, so once you go to the US, then you'll be part of the team that will build the curriculum. You'll be coordinating with Fulbright staff in organizing the IP summits. Okay, and you will be inviting researchers from your country to participate in this in the IP summits and in the program. And then there will be, from time to time, some online surveys for participants. So we want to measure also how much you have learned and how much this program has impacted you and your colleagues. Okay. Now, one of the highlights of this program will be the IP Summit in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Okay. So the date is still to be decided, but the participants will come from all 13 countries. So we have here Nepal, India, Maldives, Myanmar, Thailand, Laos. I think I missed Cambodia here. Okay. So put here, I should put here Cambodia. Okay. Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Burma is same as Myanmar. Sorry for that. Fiji, Sri Lanka, and Papua New Guinea. Okay. So this will be in person, and yeah, this will be a few days in Ho Chi Minh City where we are going to learn as a group, and we are going to showcase also the activities we are doing in the area of intellectual property and technology transfer. So it's not just learning something, learning some new content, but it's also sharing your experiences and how is it you are doing your uh, commercializing your own research, okay, or if you intend to commercialize. Okay, so we would like to get to know you, okay, um, on a professional level, on a personal level. And so if you want to apply to the program, please send us an email. So with an introduction of yourself and a stated intention in joining the program. And then once we have, once you send us the email, we will send you a more detailed application form where we will request your CV, your some description of the work you're doing, okay, and to get to know you in general and your university, basically. So, and if you intend to apply for the first US visit in July, please email us before April 30. So, April 30 will be the closing for the first US visit. Okay. So, please visit our webpage. Chang has put the webpage there on the chat. And if you have questions or if you have friends who might be interested in the program, okay, please email us or email their address to us at indopacific.innovation@fulbright.edu.vn. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vlad, for your presentation.
Okay, so while working on the survey, is there any question from our audience?
I have a couple of questions and I will address right now.
Okay, there is a question from Shravanti Vedula. Okay, so I think Shravanti is from India. The program looks very interesting. In the last slide, you have mentioned that we want to go to the first cohort of US visit. Okay, I'm from India. We can go to the visit in 2025. Okay, so yes, there are two cohorts. So the first cohort, so India will be in the second cohort. Okay, so that will be next year, July 2025. But we want to get to know you early on, and we want you to enjoy the benefits of the program early on, prior to July 2025. So we want you to be able to use the free online resources that we're going to give to participants. Join the webinars and join the IP Summit this coming December. So yes, the cohort from including India will be in 2025.
Thank you, Vlad. Thank you, Spranti from India. We are more than welcome all of you to join our program, especially for the 2024 US visit. Right now, thank you so much for joining our short survey.
Okay, there is a question from Chaitanya Prakash. Is there any parameter for selecting cohorts in research topic? So, in terms of research topic, it has to be a research area where you can invent something and you can patent things. Okay, so the goal of the program really is, let me go to that slide, is to learn US best practices in IP and technology transfer. So this involves inventions and writing patents, learning about licensing and making it a product, Okay, and especially academic research. So there is no limit to the topic. Uh, Although there is for the program there is an emphasis for climate and environmental based solutions. Okay, because this is something that resonates across the region in terms of the urgency to develop, to invent new things and to productize things that mitigate the risks of climate change and environment degradation. Okay, but that should not limit the type of research that participants can do.
Just a small addition here for the question of Chaitanya Prakash, that again, we don't have any limit about the topic of your innovation or your research result. But I think that we have some priority for green tech that is about the decrease the use of human impacts on the natural environment. It encompasses a wide area of scientific research, including energy, atmospheric science, agriculture, geoscience, and hydrology, etc. Many things. So don't put any limit to your innovation. Okay. We have another question. Would it be possible to indicate by when we could know who has been shortlisted for the visits? Also, would be able to be a part of the learning webinars and access the learning resources even if don't make it to the US visit? You are more than welcome to join any webinar series of us, and we will have a newsletter to anyone who sign up on our webpage. Please sign up there, and we could send you the latest news about our webinar series. There's no requirement or criteria for the participant of the webinar series. For the US visit and the IP Summit, we are considered, and right there on our webpage, there are general requirement, the J1 requirement, and also admission criteria for the US visit. For the IP Summit, we will have announcement later, but there will some requirement for the two later one.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you, Chang. And we want to get to know you and for you to join the IP summits, the webinars, and to engage you and to hopefully to mentor you in going through the technology transfer cycle. Okay, this one. Okay, this one. Okay, and yeah, although there will be separate applications for the IP summits and the US visit, it's basically a program for learning. Okay, and the webinars and the online resources will be free. So please send us an email, okay, at Indo-Pacific.innovation@Fulbright, and we would like to get to know you.
We still have one more question. Anonymous participant, that what is the duration of the program, and do I have to join on components or events of the program? So the program span over 2 years with various components, including a series of webinars, 2 US visits, and 2 IP summits. Why it's beneficial to participate in all components to gain a comprehensive understanding and experience. It's not mandatory. Participants can choose to engage in the components that are most relevant and feasible for them.
Yeah, thank you, Chang. And most of the all of these will be available later in the website in our LinkedIn page, and we want you to to experience all of it. Okay. And at the end of the program, okay, uh, uh, if you learn from it, and if you participated in it, you will be given a certificate as well. And we would like it ideally we would like to see your output for this program, and we want to feature it as well in in uh, in our webpage and in our LinkedIn page. Okay, so that we know that you have benefited from the program.
Thank you, Vlad. Um, I just have one last point that in the long run, the program is poised to make significant impacts within and beyond the Indo-Pacific region, beyond the territory of targeted countries. We want to increase intellectual property filings and boosting technology commercialization and technology transfer also. As we come to the end of this webinar, on behalf of the program team, I would like to express sincere gratitude to all of you for your active participation. A special thanks to Dr. Vladimir Mariano for his presentation. We hope that you found this webinar informative and beneficial. Again, we encourage you to visit our webpage and reach out to us via email if you have any further questions or require additional information. A recording of this webinar will be available on our webpage in a couple of days. We look forward to your continued engagement in our future events. Goodbye, stay safe, and have a great day.
Okay, thank you, everybody.